Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawah Shai, Bahashim Rachakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to all you brothers out there who feed the flock. It's motivating. And shout out to you sisters out there listening, quietness and meekness. Today I just want to, send out that vibration of inspiration. I want to motivate and just inspire you listeners out there. There's some cool scriptures, a couple of scriptures I brought out that proves that the Bible is only written for the Israelites. Now the Israelites are who you see on this list here, the 12 tribes of Israel. Now the word Israel was a person. No, Israel is a person before it became a place, and I can prove that. It says, this is Genesis chapter 32, verse 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince thou hast thou power with Yahawah, and with men, and has prevailed. Alright, so Israel means prince of the power. We are prince of the power of the Most High. And at the top it says, and he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob. So the Most High changed our forefather Jacob name to Israel. So Israel is a place. Israel is a person before a place. So we are our forefather Israel. We are Israelites. We are Israelites. Alright. And it goes by the seed of your father. If you can see here, it says Numbers at the top. It says Numbers chapter 18. And if you read verse 1, and the Lord said unto Aaron, thou and thy sons and thy father's house, which thee shall bear the iniquity of the sanctuary, and thou and thy sons with thee shall bear the iniquities of your priesthood. Alright, so it always goes by the seed of your father. You are who your father is, okay? Alright? So you are who your father is. Because the man holds the seed. Alright? It's like if you plant a seed in the earth. Wherever you plant a apple tree, you are who your father is. So my father planted a seed in my mother. I came out so-called Puerto Rican because my father's a so-called Puerto Rican. So you are who your father is. And here's another something that I want that I just noticed too, that I thought that it was pretty cool and in a way, if you look at the very top, where it says in quotes Israel in bold letters, Israel occurs in 2,301 verses in the King James Bible. So that's just a little side note, something encouraging, and that I wanted to bring out. Like, I had no idea the word Israel was recorded 2,301 times in the Bible. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I wanted to share with you. Okay. Now another verse here is Exodus chapter 4 verse 22 that also proves that the Lord is only that the chosen people are the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, who are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Exodus chapter 4 verse 22, and thou hast said unto Pharaoh, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, this is the Most High talking to Moses to say unto King Pharaoh, the Egyptians. Thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son. Now remember, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. So the Lord said that Israel is my son and my firstborn. Okay? So we are the chosen people of the Most High. Alright? So we are living in the last days, and we are just like in the time of Moses, we were under the slavery under the Egyptians. Now we're under the so-called white man, whose biblical nationality is Esau. We're under the Edomites. The Edomites, the so-called white man, Esau, is in rulership right now, and we're in his kingdom under captivity. A lot of us prosper in his kingdom, but we would have to, sell out if you want to be extremely successful in this kingdom, and I mean that in the music industry. The music is nice, the concerts are nice, but there's a dark side. There's a dark side behind the music industry that a lot of people are unaware of. I only know a teaspoon. I only know the tip of the iceberg of the music industry, and having to pretty much sell your soul to gain riches in the music industry if you want to be a celebrity, and another way of being prosperous in this kingdom, a lot of people join the military. They join Esau's military to gain stability here in his kingdom, because this kingdom is not designed for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to prosper. Everybody wants to. I remember one of my carnal families said, "I want that white man's credit," and that's just an honest statement. Us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, who do we desire to live like? We desire to live like the so-called white man. Let's be honest, because the so-called white man is in rulership. He is. He's in rulership. That's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing is that this kingdom is falling. So, with this kingdom falling, the new kingdom is gonna be built up, and the next rulership of the world is you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans under the Most High, under His only begotten Son Yahawah, under King David, and so on and so forth. Okay. And here's a good scripture to motivate you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This scripture proves that the Most High is in the midst of us. This is Isaiah chapter 12, verse 6. Cry out and shout, thou inhabitants of Zion. Now, who's Zion? We're Zion. We are the sons and daughters of Zion. For great is the Holy One of Israel. Okay? Not of Chinese, not of Japanese, not of Esau, but of Israel, whose name was changed from Jacob to Israel. Jacob is our forefather, who had 12 sons. And one of the sons is named Ephraim, who the Puerto Ricans descend from. We descend from Ephraim. We're Ephraimites. Okay? And for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee. So he's in the midst of us, man. He got his eye on us. He got his ear attended to us. We're only here for a certain amount of time. Here's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. This is a future prophecy. And the strangers, the other nations, shall be joined unto them. See, right now we're under the so-called white man rulership. So he allows certain things in his kingdom to fly. He allows homosexuality to go. But in the scriptures, it says that we're allowed and supposed to kill homosexualities. But because we're under the captivity of Esau, we'll be put to prison if we kill a homo. You know? But that's according to our laws. Through our laws, if we catch a homo, we're supposed to put him to death, and that's lawful, completely acceptable. All right. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, back in Jerusalem on the other side. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. The other nations shall cleave unto us. We're going to teach them our laws. But in the kingdom, we're going to have our laws fulfilled in us, where we can perfectly follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the T. Now, the other nations aren't going to be perfect like us. So they're going to go off. So therefore, we're going to be the judges and the new policemen of the earth. Using that as an example. All right. So, you know, so, you know, and this kingdom, you know, this kingdom is a lawless kingdom. You can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, and you can do whatever you want and be whatever you want. You know, but the law is not done away with. The law is still active and alive and well. You know, this is Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. Think not that I came to destroy the law. This is Yahawah, who we ignorantly call Jesus Christ, talking, or the prophets. I am not come to destroy it, but to fulfill, and we ought to walk in his example. He is a living example of how to walk in the Spirit accordingly, as men of the Most High. And he came to fulfill the law, and we are to fulfill what we can to the best of our abilities. Okay. So I hope this was edifying at some degree, at some level. You know, the Most High is the God of Israel, the God of Isaac, Jacob, and Abraham. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. And these are his 12 sons. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali. Those are his 12 sons. And our slave masters gave us these names: American blacks, West Indian blacks, Haitian, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, Guatemala, Panama, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, Colombia, Argentina, Mexicans, and Argentina to Chile. Alright, these are the chosen people of the Most High. Okay? And so I hope this was edifying, and Shalom, Israel.